Hello, everyone, at the Belmont Theatre, formerly known as the York Little Theatre. My name is J. Robert Spencer, and back in 1987, at the age of 17, I was in the Neil Simon play at the York Little Theatre called Brighton Beach Memoirs, and Trip Phillips was the director. And a lot of you know, I'm sure, Trip Phillips moved on to New York City and has been a successful stage manager in countless Broadway shows, probably over 20 or 30. I was fortunate enough to be cast when I got to New York in Sideshow, Jersey Boys, and the Pulitzer Prize winning Next to Normal. When I was at the York Little Theatre, it was my senior year, and I skipped my senior prom because I wanted to be an actor so bad, and I wanted to do this Neil Simon play so bad. My memories are, I had the greatest time doing the work there at the theater, working with all of the actors. And the history of the theater obviously is the greatest in that little community. And I'm pleased that I was asked to just say a few words in tonight's event. And I sure hope that the Belmont Theatre will come back live and in person one day, along with every other theater across the country. And we appreciate anyone that's out there supporting the arts, because the arts right now needs it very, very much. So thanks to the Belmont Theatre. Until the next time when I can be there live and in person, telling stories and singing songs, maybe online. But I hope to see you all very soon. Again, I'm J. Robert Spencer, former York, Pennsylvanian from Central York High School, graduate of 1987, saying goodbye to the York Little Theatre and hello to the Belmont. Y'all take care.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Wasaki, and I'm very honored to add my name to the long list of artists that got their start and fell in love with the theater at the Belmont. I have many memories over the years of the Belmont, formerly known as York Little Theatre, that there is nothing little about it, so your name change feels very appropriate to me. When I was 8 years old, my parents took me to see a production of Frosty the Snowman, and I was transfixed. And then shortly thereafter, I remember they took me to see our neighbor in a show in which she sang. She was a singing mermaid that got around the stage by shimmying in a mermaid's tail in some roller skates, which was amazing. I was a really painfully shy child, actually. So much so that I think my mother was kind of concerned about whether or not I could find my way in the world. So she, after seeing me enjoy those productions so much, she took a shot and drove me down to the Children's Theater auditions for Alice in Wonderland. And to my horror and amazement, I actually was cast as the Mock Turtle. And I was terrified, but I remember being so proud and so happy to be a part of something that felt so magical. And I was hooked. I spent pretty much most of my life, for over 10 years, at YLT. My parents logged hundreds of miles driving me back and forth. I remember every year we helped at the YLT cheesesteak stand at the York Fair. Over the years, I was in many children's theater productions and a lot of the more experimental productions at the Studio 5 Black Box space, and got the chance and the experience to play a lot of kind of major roles on the main stage, which was amazing for someone so young. But it's probably because I've looked like I was 40 since I was 11 years old, which I apologize for that now because that was probably very disturbing to people. But anyhow, let's see what else. Through YLT, I took part in a traveling educational theater production that toured local elementary schools. We performed at First Night York on New Year's Eves. I remember helping to build sets one summer. That really was not my calling. And similarly, I ran follow spots for a musical very badly and was never asked to do that again. And I apologize. I have a good excuse, but it's a much longer story than bears telling here. Um, I had an emergency appendectomy on the closing night of the very last show that I did at YLT. And the stage manager, who was amazing, went on in my stead that night. And then several weeks later, I borrowed a poofy, sparkly dress from the costume department at the York Little Theatre to wear to my senior prom, which was deep, deep in the basement. I remember it feeling kind of scary. Is it still in the basement, the costume department? Or is it still haunted by George and Martha? Is that dress still there? Would it ever fit me again? Probably not. So anyway, after all of that, I moved to New York and attended the experimental theater wing at NYU and helped found a dance theater company that toured the world. I performed in many new plays and classical plays, downtown and uptown and every place in between, and regionally. I've been lucky enough to have a career in television and film. And yeah, but I first found my voice at the Belmont Theatre. I found a respect and love and of the discipline of the craft of theater. And I found a community. And to all of you very talented young people in this program tonight and coming in and out of the Belmont all these years, know that's it. That's at least in my opinion, the very best thing about being in the theater is the sense of community and the sense of shared purpose. And I'll always be very grateful that I grew up in a town that had a community theater. So thank you to all of the members, past and present and future, of the Belmont Theatre, and congratulations to you. I hear you are still going very strong. Very, very happy to hear it. Good night.
Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye. Remember me once in a while, please promise me you'll try. When you find that once again you long to take your heart back and be free, if you ever find a moment, spare a thought for me. We never said our love was evergreen, nor as unchanging as the sea. But please promise me that sometimes you will think of me. Think of all the things we've shared and seen. Don't think about the way things might have been. Think of me waking silent and resigned. Imagine me trying too hard to put you from my mind. Recall those days, look back on all those times. Think of the things we'll never do. There will never be a day when I won't think of you. Long ago, it seems so long ago, innocent we were. He may not remember me, but I remember. Flowers fade, the fruits of summer fade. They have their season, so do we. But please promise me that sometimes you'll think.
Heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here. People always say life is full of choices. No one ever mentions fear or how the world can seem so vast. On a journey to the past. Somewhere down this road, I know someone's waiting. Years of dreams just can't be wrong. Arms will open wide. I'll be safe and wanted, finally home where I belong. Well, starting now, I'm learning fast on this journey to the past. Home, love, family. There was once a time I must have had them too. Home, love, family. I will never be complete until I find you. One step at a time, one hope then another. Who knows where this road may go? Back to who I was, on to find my future. Things my heart still needs to know. Yes, let this be a sign. Let this road be mine. Let it lead me to my past and bring me home at last.
Hi, I'm Sam Freed. It is March the 22nd, 2021. And it was about the same time of year in 1966 when I first had an experience with the York Little Theatre. I was a senior in high school, and the director of the theater, Bert Smith, asked me if I wanted to be in their production of The Fantastics. And I said yes, and I'm very glad I did. I had a fantastic time, and as I did with the other productions that I was in at York Little Theatre. And ultimately, my experience there would lead me to my professional career as a theater actor and actor of other media. One of the things that was most influential on me during that time was the participation of Bert Smith, the director. He was such a kind man, just a great director, easy to get along with, and showed by example because he was an actor too. He was in a very famous movie called The Blob. But he showed by example. And it was because of his example that I thought that, maybe there is something to this acting thing, and I followed through on it. But more importantly, my experience at YLT had an immediate effect on me because of the sense of community that was there, the sense of diligence, of getting the job done, of getting the show on, all this activity and energy, great people, engaged, talented, and it was that experience as much as anything that opened me up to myself and to the world and allowed me to move forward in ways that I hadn't thought of before my experience at York Little Theatre. So I am so encouraged that the theater there, the Belmont, is going through a renaissance. It's such a community asset, and I'm sure that other people will have just as vibrant and fulfilling experiences that I did there. So congratulations, break a leg, and maybe I'll see you on the boards.
I've seen this all before. When I was just a child, I met a witch who took a bow, showed me how it ended. We stood here on the shore. The air was sweet and mild, with disbelief implausibly suspended. And in my child's imagination, I remember you, though I didn't know if we were foes or friends. Now you're standing here, I see the vision coming clear. I know exactly how this ends. It ends with you. It ends with me. It ends the way a story's ending is supposed to be. A bit insane, a touch of pain, adeptly told, yet uncontrolled. It ends with faith. It ends with love. It ends with water and the river and the sun above. Hard epic tales, part fire sale, but all sincere. And standing here, I know I wasn't perfect. I know my life was small. I know that I pretended that I knew it all. But when you tell my story, and I hope somebody does, remember me as something bigger than I was. It ends with sons. It ends with wives. It ends with knowing when the pain becomes refined our lives. So let it come and let me go. Show me the waves and let them flow. It all ends well. This much I know.
I'm trapped in a house so sad and lonely, on a street named Main, but you can call it only. Is it rude to say I volunteer for a day on farm just once a year? I'd fly the coop if only I could, but I got a really bad case of being good. I'd go find trouble, there was some to get in. Ask a friend to play, if I had one to let in. Nana's rocker sawing through the floor every day just like the one before. And we lock ourselves behind that door. Is it rude to wish for something more? Good girl, Annie Foster. Every day isn't bad at 7. Good girl, Annie Foster. Every day is a well-behaved 11. But someday I will find a little something more than heaven. Are you from the woods? I'm not allowed there. Big news, I know. I'm not allowed anywhere. So now's your chance to disappear. Go have fun, I'll be right here. Tied to a string like a precious pearl. It's a pretty tight leash for a really good girl. Good girl, Annie Foster. Every day isn't bad at 7. Good girl, Annie Foster. Every day is a well-behaved 11. But someday I will rise a little something more than heaven. Some days I wanna rise a little something more than heaven.
Whenever I was frightened, if I ever felt alone, I turned to the night sky and a star I called my own, somewhere I could run to, just across the Milky Way. Feel like I could take you. It's just a light year and a day. We can sail away tonight on a sea of pure moonlight. We can navigate the stars to bring us back home. In a place so far away, we'll be young, that's how we'll stay. Every wish is a command. We will find ourselves in Neverland. Picture a land that you never have seen, where life is eternal and evergreen. A future of happiness. Oh,
Hi, York Little Theatre. My name's Neil Dodson. I came to York Little Theatre when I was in first grade, I believe. And the first show I was in was called Rumpelstiltskin at the Children's Theatre. And I went on from then straight on through high school to having done 20 or 30 shows and lots of drama camps and on the main stage and in the studio and at the Children's Center. And it changed my life. I went on to become an actor and I performed on Broadway. And then my entire life changed again and I became a film producer. But it all started back at York Little Theatre in the early to mid 80s. I'm currently in Vancouver, British Columbia, where I was here producing a film that my wife directed and writing a TV series, and now we're heading to Salt Lake City, Utah to produce 2 more movies, and my movies have been nominated for Oscars, and they've played Sundance and Cannes Film Festival and Toronto and all these various film festivals, and they've starred movie stars and played on Netflix and all the various fun things that you would ever want. Honestly, I'm very, very lucky. The creative spark for all that started back at York Little Theatre. I was in Oliver there. I was in The Hobbit there. I was in all these great things. And my family all volunteered and were part of it as well. My parents helped build the sets and helped put things together. And my younger brother was in plays as well. And I would say that to this day, I continue to think about my time at York Little Theatre very fondly. It really sparked an interest for me in the arts and an interest for me in performing and an interest for me in storytelling. And I'm forever grateful for that. And it's nice to be reminded of it and thinking it through to make this little video. So thanks, York Little Theatre. I think it's currently called the Belmont Theatre, but I'm gonna go with YLT since that's where it is in my heart. Thanks for the opportunity to make the video, and I hope everyone is safe and healthy and hanging in there in these tricky times. Hope I get to be back there in York soon. Thanks.
I could have a mansion on a hill. I could lease a villa in Seville, but it wouldn't be as nice as a summer in Ohio with a gay midget named Carl playing Tevye and Porgy. I could wander Paris after dark, take a carriage ride through Central Park, but it wouldn't be as nice as a summer in Ohio, where I'm sharing a room with the former stripper and her snake, Wayne. I could have a satchel full of dollar bills, cures for all the nation's ills, pills to make a lion purr. I could be in line to be the British Queen, look like I was 17. Still, I'm certain I'd prefer to be going slowly, batty, 40 miles east of Cincinnati. I could shove an ice pick in my eye. I could eat some fish from last July, but it wouldn't be as awful as a summer in Ohio without cable, hot water, Vietnamese food, or you. I saw your book at a Target in Kentucky under a sign that said new and recommended. I stole a look at your picture on the inside sleeve, and then I couldn't leave. Richard, who was with me, got uncharacteristically quiet. He said, all things considered, I guess you don't have to buy it. So I smile like Mona Lisa and I lay my visa down. He wants me, but he ain't gonna get schmuck, get unstuck and get on the scene. Love the midget, the stripper, Wayne the snake, and Mrs. Jamie Wellerstein. That's me.
I'd like to swim in a clear blue stream where the water is icy cold. Then go to town in a golden gown and have my fortune told. Just once before I'm old. I'd like to be not evil, but a little worldly wise, to be the kind of girl designed to be kissed upon the eyes. I'd like to dance till 2 o'clock, or sometimes dance till dawn. Or if the band could stand it, just go on and on and on. Just once, before the chance is gone. I'd like to waste a week or two and never do a chore, to wear my hair unfastened so it billows to the floor. To do the things I've dreamed about but never done before. Perhaps I'm bad or wild or mad with lots of grief in store, but I want much more than keeping house, much more, much more, much more.
Hi, I'm John Delancey. I first came to York Little Theatre in the summer of 1972 as a member of the cast of the summer musical Plain and Fancy. I returned for the next 2 summers, first of all for Gypsy and then for Fiddler on the Roof. By that time, I was a full-time student in college where I continued to work with theater and musical theater. After that, I went to Three Little Bakers Dinner Theater, first as an actor, then as a set builder, and finally as set designer and director of the theater. I decided then it was time to move to New York, so I did, and I became a member of the Professional Stagecraft Union out of New York City, where I worked as a follow spot operator for every Broadway theater in New York at one time or another. That was my evening job. Now, my daytime job, I was the production property master for the soap opera One Life to Live. But after being in New York for 13 years, I decided to move back to my hometown of York. So I did, and became involved with York Little Theatre, and found myself after 20 years in the cast of Fiddler on the Roof, along with my kids. After the show was over, the theater decided to hire me as their full-time technical director, a position that I held for the next 7 years. Then I left and I went to the Eichelberger Performing Arts Center in Hanover for 2 years, and then finally to Rainbow Dinner Theater, where I spent 15 years until the theater sadly had to close 2 years ago. Now, I'm saying all this because if I hadn't first become involved with York Little Theatre many years ago, I wouldn't have learned all the things that I learned from some of the professionals that were there, such as Bert Smith and Betty Dresner, Wells Gemberling, Ron Jacoby, and Ray Oweiler, and of course lots and lots of other volunteers who gave of their time and talents to make the shows what they were. As technical director there, I tried to do the same thing. I worked with people who came to the theater for the first time, many of them never having any theater experience. I watched people learn to sing and dance and act. I watched them learn how to build scenery and paint and make costumes and make props. And these people had never done things like that before, and the theater helped them do that. I think the theater has two responsibilities. First of all, to produce high-quality theater for the community, and second of all, to provide a place for people to learn to do all these different skills. York Little Theater did that very, very well, and Belmont Theatre continues to do the same thing. So I hope that Belmont continues on for many, many years. So Belmont Theatre, here's to you. Break a leg.
When I was a child, my eyes were clear. I saw the good side, but that's the kind of second sight that doesn't last too long. But when I was lost, I heard a voice that brought me healing. That's the kind of special hope he brought me with his song. People only saw the doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, but he was just a lonely little boy to me. With his sweet and gentle touch, he sure unlocked my soul. So in return, I surely want to help to set him free. Yeah, now I wanna see him fly, fly. I'll be your alibi, my baby. Fly, fly, fly away. We didn't get to say goodbye, goodbye. No need to tell me why, my baby. Maybe it's because you'll fly back home to me one day. Men who they call real were really fakes who left me nothing. But this man they call a fake gave me something real. I've known cruel, cruel men with Christian names who taught me manners. But this man without a name taught me how to feel. They only saw the magic tricks, the smoky mirrors. Was I the only one to ever see the boy? So now they want to clip his precious wings and bring him down. But in
here to guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone. People make mistakes. Fathers, mothers, people make mistakes. Holding to their own. Thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes. Everybody makes one another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right. Giants can be good. You decide what's right. You decide what's good. Just remember, someone is on your side. Someone else is not. While we're seeing our side, maybe we forgot. They are not alone. No one is alone. Hard to see the light now. Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is alone.
Hi everyone, my name is Philip Richard and I'm thrilled to be a part of the program this evening. I volunteered at the Belmont Theatre when it was the York Little Theatre from about 1994 to I think it was 2015. I was an usher, a set builder, an actor, stage crew, audio tech, follow spot operator, but I found my love with lighting and stage management there. My first show as a stage manager was A Winnie the Pooh Christmas Tale in 1997, and after helping out with lights for several shows, I came back to design lights a few years ago for Fairy Tale Justice and Shape of Things. School was never easy for me. Theater was my escape. And while I was there, I learned a lot at YLT. How to be a team player, the importance of inclusion, and it was also my first introduction to the technical side. I remember not being cast for a show, which happened quite a bit, and I was told they needed someone to run follow spot. I had no idea what that was, but I said yes. And that's when I met the amazing trio of lighting designers that would be my mentors for several years, Judy, Navin, and Jeff. In fact, it was Jeff's lighting design for Secret Garden that made me want to do lighting. Theater became a love of mine, and I've been very lucky that's taken me to several places all around the world, to Disney World as an entertainment coordinator, cruise ships as a technical supervisor and production manager, and now New York City as an equity stage manager. Without YLT and now the Belmont Theatre, I'm not sure where I would have been now or where I would have landed when I was in school. I was there before the Green Room and the Black Box expansion was there, and seeing the theater grow and transform was amazing. Memories of doing Peter Pan and the kangaroo throwing up backstage through the head, or witnessing the ghosts that live in the theater firsthand in the basement and on the stage many times. These are just a few of many memories that I'll always remember. I'm very grateful for all the skills that I learned while I was at York Little Theatre, and I'm looking forward to the arts returning to inspire the future stage managers, technicians, and performers, including those performing tonight. From New York City to York, stay safe, be well. Take care.
And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I'll ever know. There's no way I could ever go. No, 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 no way. No, 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 no way. I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. I don't wanna be free. I'm staying, and you, you're gonna love me. Oh, you're gonna love me. And I am telling you, I'm not going. Even though the rough times are showing, there's no way we're part of the same place. We're part of the same time. We both share the same blood. We both have the same mind. And time, we've had so much to share. No way I'm waking up tomorrow morning and finding no one there. Darling, there's no way. No, 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 no way. I'm living without you. I'm not living without you, not living without you. No way, there's no way. Tear down the mountain, yeah, scream and shout. You can say what you want, but I'm not walking out. Stay and hold me, stay and hold me. I'm not gonna leave you, there's no way I will. And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I'll ever know. There's no way I could ever go. No, 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 no way. No, 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 no way. I'm living without you. I'm not living without you, not living without you. I don't wanna be free. I'm staying, and you, you're gonna love me, yeah.